according to the media, this was what I kept hearing leading up to the address from Mueller, is that this will be the first time that we hear from Mueller since the investigation began. It's going to be the first time we hear from him. Well, call me crazy, but I seem to remember Mueller releasing a 400-page report like a month ago. And so he spoke pretty substantially through that. I feel like this is not the first time we've heard from him. This is the first time we've heard from him besides the 400 pages worth of stuff that we heard from him. So except for those 400 pages, this is the first time. And he got up, he basically summarized what was in the report. I'm not going to play any of the clips because it doesn't matter. You can find those anywhere. But I think he was highlighting two things. He was highlighting, number one, that the Russians did interfere in our election. Important point, one that I think most of us already knew. Two, he also highlighted that Trump was not exonerated of obstruction. This was not he has not been exonerated. Mueller said that if they had found solid reason to believe that Trump was innocent of the charges of obstruction, then they would have said so. They did not say so. So, you could put two and two together there. He explained that a sitting president cannot be charged with a federal crime anyway, regardless of whether he committed one. And so they weighed that in their decision not to sort of accuse him of anything. And he also said it would be unfair to, because if you can't charge the president with a crime, that means there can't be a trial. And so if there can't be a trial, then if you just put those accusations out there, there's not going to be there can't be any process to figure out if it's true or not. And so the accused can't really defend himself in the court of law in that case. So they decided it was unfair. And so that's why they just made the decision they did to not really address one way or another whether or not they think the president committed obstruction, which seems to possibly imply that if President Trump was private citizen Trump, they very likely may have charged him with a crime. So what does this all mean? I think if we were to summarize, it means that when Democrats say that Trump colluded with the Russians, they're lying because there's no evidence of that. The report didn't say that. You can't just accuse him of that as if you have information that it's true, because you don't. Okay, so that's one thing. But it also means that when Republicans, including Trump himself, claim that the report was a total exoneration, which of course Trump has said many times, that also is just a lie. It's not. Mueller is the guy who wrote the report, and he said very clearly it's not an exoneration, not exonerating him. So that's also a lie. So people are lying on both sides, and that's wonderful as always.